I probably shouldn't say this, but John, what's the difference between snowmen and snow girls?
I don't know.
Snowballs, John.
Why would you not say that?
Don't you get it? Snowballs. You see, the male snowman has testicles.
Why would you probably not say that? A 5-year-old would say that.
And the female snow girl has a vagina. That's what makes it...
Live from the hard drive. I probably shouldn't say this, but with John Bateman and Matt Steffich.
Welcome aboard podcast number 9.
Well, I don't think we normally do that because we normally just fade right in. So
Number 9.
Don't
you remember that from the White Album? Don't you remember that from the White Album?
Before we start, we're going to.
No, hold on. If you say before we start and then you start,
okay. Once we've started,
yeah. Have we started now?
Yeah, because I say before we start because I think while we're kind of leading up to what we're going to be doing in the show. Because we got the exchange in the middle. We've got are we doing the Adele thing in the beginning or the end?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Let's do it third.
You're the power tripper in this duo.
And then you've got something in the first section.
Okay. Some really interesting Justin Trudeau
Good, okay,
facts.
Before we start on Justin Trudeau, our Canadian Prime Minister, who's an absolute babe, by the way. He's a doll. Just a couple pieces of housekeeping.
Yeah, okay.
I think that we should do some housekeeping. The first one is...
Well, looking around the place here...
We're on Twitter now. I'm doing Twitter actively now.
Okay, great. That's great.
Probably shouldn't say this, and it's our Twitter ID is at IPSSTB.
Which stands for I probably shouldn't say this, but,
yeah,
right?
Facebook is facebook.com/IPSSTB. You're going to see kind of a little trend.
Theme, yeah.
If you want to email us, it's mail@IPSSTB.com. And you'll never guess what our webpage is.
Is it similar?
It's IPSSTB69.com. Just kidding. It's not. It's IPSSTB.com. That's my first piece of housekeeping. My second piece of housekeeping has to do with last week's show.
Yeah.
In which we talked about. I took apart Rupert Holmes' song.
Yeah.
The Escape song, the Pina Colada song.
Pina Colada song.
Yeah. And so. What happened was I went onto YouTube and we were on YouTube and I tried to monetize our thing, and somehow YouTube's little crawler things in there picked out that we had played the Pina Colada song and said, "Guess what? You can't monetize because Rupert Holmes has found this."
Get out.
So basically, the housekeeping I want to do is, Rupert Holmes can f*** off. Rupert Holmes can go f*** off. I try to do something good for him. I mean, have you seen him? He's balding in glasses. Like
is he still alive?
He ain't no prize. He's alive. And I'm trying to help the guy out. Rupert Holmes can now, if he's listening to this, and I'm sure he is, and now this is his opportunity to f*** off. I'm not doing it again.
I bet he's had other opportunities.
I'm not. He probably has, but this is the most recent opportunity. So Rupert Holmes, f*** off. Because I tried to help. I tried to push your career further.
Yep.
I think there was more room above him, and he just fucking did that. So off, Rupert Holmes.
So to summarize...
off.
Okay, well, good. That's a nice bit of housekeeping. That would fall under the good housekeeping seal of approval.
Yeah.
Where is Rupert Holmes now? We should do a Where is Rupert Now?
Let's work on that for next week. We'll run a triumvirate of shows on Rupert Holmes, and next week I'll have the information on where Rupert Holmes is. Are you going to be okay there? You got one of those colds?
Or isn't. Because my guess is he isn't somewhere.
He's alive.
Yeah,
he's alive.
I know, but what do you think? He's walking into a bar
if
somewhere.
If Rupert Holmes is dead, we would have heard about a state funeral or something.
Yeah, there would have been a state funeral. But I can see him going into a bar and bartender going, "What do you need, kid? Give me a pina colada. I'm into champagne. I don't know. Surprise me."
So he's either going to get a pina colada or champagne. Could you imagine the horror of being Rupert Holmes? You go to a bar, right away, boom, bartender drinks a pina colada.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe I want a scotch. And
No,
the guy
you
says,
don't.
look, you're balding, you got glasses, you're wearing a sweater around your neck.
You got your socks
Which
tied
I
around
did
your
once.
ankles.
Remember when I showed up to that party with a sweater wrapped around my neck?
So sad. Remember how people tried to hang you with the same sweater?
They did. People don't react well to my fashion sense.
Well,
It often leads to not anarchy so much, but mob
Misunderstanding. I think
mentality. Mob
misunderstanding, yeah.
mentality. Yeah.
I've never seen people get so angry over fashion.
No, I bring it out in them. I'm horrible. I'm horrible at fashion.
I'm looking at you now, and it just seems
Hobo
like
chic.
Yeah, it's
Hobo
hobo
chic.
Yeah. Even hobos, I think, would turn their nose up at you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, you're fine, I guess. You're working class. You look fine.
While we're talking about Rupert Holmes, I'm not going to talk about him anymore. I got an email because I have kids in school.
Yeah.
In grade school.
Barely.
So do you. And I get these emails now
from
the
the school?
Parent Advisory Committee.
PAC.
Saying they want me to go and sit at the booth at the Christmas fair to raise money.
They don't know you very well, do they?
So I saw the person that's organizing this yesterday, and I said, I can't do it.
Yeah, because
My
the excuse.
psychiatrist
Nice.
told me I'm not allowed.
I shouldn't be anywhere near children.
No, it's not that. I shouldn't be anywhere near Santa. I shouldn't be anywhere near Santa. It's a well-known fact. You know this. 3 of the last 4 years,
Yeah.
I've been charged
Yeah.
with assault and
Yeah.
battery on Santa Claus.
Yeah, in mall Santas.
And
yeah.
I beat each and every rap because I went and represented myself.
Yep.
And I proved that Santa doesn't exist.
So you were beating
How
an
can I-
imaginary figure.
yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it'd be
Well,
like,
Santa is he's basically cryptozoological. He's like Sasquatch. He's like
where do
Loch Ness
mascots
Monster.
fall into that?
Mascots right in there.
If you take
They're
down
right
a mascot,
they're
like a
right in the
Wolverine
wheelhouse.
or something,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can plug it. Like
Yeah.
if you're at a game and the San Diego Chickens run around, you can just put a bullet straight in its head.
I didn't know you could do that with a mascot, eh? Because it's not really a chicken.
No, I mean they'll say, Matt, you're in court, sir. Did you murder the San Diego chicken? And you'll say it's a cartoon.
No,
it's not
I
real.
shot an imaginary
I shot
mascot.
a cartoon.
Yeah, I shot a cartoon. I saw Bugs Bunny do that lots of times.
And they'll say, well, did you realize there's a human inside the costume? And you'll say, well, the human was misrepresenting himself.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah,
Mine
exactly.
or his?
If the reason they have the San Diego chicken is so we'll believe there's actually a funny chicken running around. They don't want us to think there's a guy in a
there's a
suit.
guy inside
So they're trying to
manipulating,
manipulate us, right? So if you're
No,
at a football game,
yeah, I'm with you here. I'm with you.
say
on
the
this
San
one.
Diego Padres,
And there's a Padre running around.
and it's not a Padre, it's the chicken. It's a
is
San
that the
Diego
same
chicken.
one? Well, how did they get a chicken in the Padres? I don't.
Isn't a Padre like a clergyman?
Yeah, I would think so.
That seems so wrong.
Which also seems to
it
be
wouldn't
a
be a good
fictitious
it wouldn't
creature.
be a good mascot. A clergyman. He just wanders around.
Bless you.
Yeah, exactly.
Bless you, my tight end.
But anyway, so you could, I think, within your rights, because I've assaulted Santa 3 years in a
Yeah.
row. Well, 3 out of 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'm counting this year.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to assault him this year yet.
Right, but it's coming. We know
Next
it's
mall
coming.
I go to, haymakers
where
raining
does-
down on the old man.
So was that Oscar Pistorius' defense shooting into that door, knowing there was someone behind
He
it?
claims he was shooting a door.
It was an imaginary. It was a door he was shooting. How was he to know his girlfriend, who was yelling from the other side of it, was there?
Yelling, "You're shooting me!
how
You're
was he
hitting
supposed
me
to
with
know
a
that?
hail of bullets?"
He thought it was an imaginary crook.
Oscar Pistorius.
Last time I looked, it's not a crime to shoot an imaginary crook.
Well, Pistorius, first of all, you and I were discussing this before the show.
yeah, we sure were.
Pistorius made a huge mistake. First of all, because he murdered a person.
Yep.
But second of all, because he murdered the best-looking person he could possibly have ever gotten.
Who murders supermodels?
He's a double amputee.
Yeah.
There's not going to be women falling at his feet, especially supermodels, or falling at his blades, especially supermodels. He
Let's go crazy
blew
for
it.
Blade. No, yeah,
he blew it.
You think so? You think when he gunned her down in cold blood that he blew it? Do you think?
Well, I think first of all, he blew it because he stole a human life.
Yeah.
And second of all, he blew it because she was a beautiful, vibrant,
Yeah.
wonderful human being.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to do it better. Now he's going to be Big Daddy's bitch in prison.
Yeah, and it made me scared when that happened. Every time I walk into the washroom now and close the door behind me,
You can't do it.
am I going to die in a hail of
I've
bullets?
come into your house. Every time I walk in, the door's open.
I know.
You have to leave
Well,
your washroom door open
I'm
now.
sitting there. I'm watching everybody walk by. I'm going, I'm watching you.
Who's there?
Is that, hey, Yeah, anyway.
Somebody walk.
Yeah.
Who's there? Your dog. Who's there?
He's not, prison and Oscar are not going to
Anyway, I'm glad they overturned that.
That was great.
It was, what was it?
5 years on manslaughter. Now it's 15 years on murder.
Good.
Yeah, I felt the same way, I must admit.
Good luck, Oster Pistorious.
Yeah, good luck in prison there.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to run away from Big Mac Daddy now. I don't want to know what a South African prison's going to be like.
I wonder if he's allowed to have his blades. How is he going to get around in there? Like,
I don't know what the logistics are because he could potentially hurt somebody with those.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't think he bounces on the mat. I don't think they're like those spring feet that the coyote wore.
If he was smart, he'd have like 2 peg legs and he'd be like, "Yarr, I'm Oscar Pistorious."
They should allow that in the Paralympics. And that's different than Special Olympics.
Yeah,
the Paralympics are people, amputees, or Oscar Pistorious.
Right, one you can make fun of, the other you can't.
You can't, yes.
Okay.
So the Paralympics, they should allow that if they've got false legs or whatever, they can attach whatever they want to the bottom of it. So
Right.
like if you're doing high jump, you can attach springs to it.
It seems reasonable to me.
Doesn't it seem like you should be able to do that? Or if you're doing like a javelin, you should be able to attach like some kind of sling to your hand, to your wrist.
Because if you're missing a wrist or something, I see what you're saying. You should be. Why aren't you running the Paralympics?
Or
John?
biathlon, the only Olympic sport where I think they allow a gun.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd have a gun like attached to your hand. Boom,
super
boom.
cool. And then at 100 yards, they have these doors, closed bathroom doors, and from 100, you just pump it into that, right?
Pistorius would get a gold.
There's gold medal.
Gold medal, but he's not going to get it now.
No.
I have a feeling the International Olympic Committee is as pathetic as they are.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll let a murderer in.
What he's going to get in jail?
FIFA would let a murderer play.
FIFA would let him play. What he's going to get in jail, they won't be given medals for.
No.
If you know what I'm saying.
Well, it depends on how much
buggery,
work,
John. I was referring to buggery. Jail buggery, the worst kind.
Matt, I think everybody knew it. Like I think we all knew that you were going to. No, I don't know if you needed to. I'm just happy you didn't say anal intercourse, John.
That's not what they call it in jail, by the way.
What do they call it?
They call it ouch.
Well, yeah, of course. No, they call ouch. Ouch, owie, 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 owie.
How many more years do I have? 15.
15 of this. You know, if Pistorius could get... No, forget it. I was going to talk about a special attachment, but I don't think I want to go that far.
Was it a penis attachment?
Yes, it was.
You were going to talk about
I was going to talk about a penis attachment for
I don't think he's missing a penis. I think his penis is
No,
fine.
but I mean one that goes in his leg.
You'd put a penis at the bottom of his stump?
Something like that.
That would just look funny.
It wouldn't look
especially
great.
Especially if it was flaccid, it would be...
Well,
an erect penis would work.
No, Matt, you're getting me wrong. Yeah, you're getting me wrong. We're not talking about a grafted. We're not talking about grafting a penis to somebody's stump. We're talking about...
I kind of wish we were talking about that, because that could go places.
You get a Nobel Prize for that kind of thing. Penis stumped grafting.
I'm looking forward to listening to this podcast, boy. This is
me too, because I'm not hearing it right now.
I mean, we're hearing a lot of these for the first time ourselves, so just
people always ask. So they say, "Hey, what's going on, John?" I'm in town. What's going on?
How's the podcast going?
Or how was the podcast today? Yeah. And what did you talk about? And I have no idea. It's like I blank out.
See, if you say it out of context, we're talking about grafting penises to the bottom of amputees' stumps.
Yeah.
That out of context would just sound harsh.
In a prison application.
But the way we got there was a nice evolution and flow of conversation that naturally led us to that obvious observation.
It was a beautiful, it's like a lazy river of conversation that brought us to grafting.
I think the key word there was lazy.
Grafting penises to amputee stumps. Matt, remember what the show's called. I think pretty soon I'm going to have to go to iTunes and I'm going to have to change that graphic content from no to maybe.
Possibly some may or may not contain some graphic content.
It's possible.
Well, best luck to you there, Oscar. Maybe you'll have time to listen to these podcasts when you're in jail there.
And I'm sure
check us out. We're pretty funny.
It'll give them lots of ideas.
You might be able to gather Butch and Spike and Killer and get you all in your cell there together and get the podcast on. And
if you have if you listeners have any ideas about what attachments amputees could possibly use,
other
send
than
them
penises,
to us.
because
put it on Facebook
that.
or Twitter or email it to us.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. I like the idea and to see what See what others think about this.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. Oscar, tip of the hat to you, buddy. Enjoy your next 15 of hard time.
It's going to be 5.
You think you'll be out in 5?
Yeah.
You think they're going to spring them?
You know what? I got to do. I'm sorry. I got to do this because I remembered I had a bit here.
Okay. That wasn't a bit what we just did?
I don't think so. I think that was just the housework, wasn't it?
Wellspring of housework.
We're going to go a little bit long on this. No. Let's switch it around. We'll do this. We'll do this second.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll do the list third.
That sounds great, John. However you want to do things is fine by me.
Really?
I don't think the public cares. The public is just wallowing in mirth right now, and really, they don't care how it comes at them. Frontal, backal, just as long as
we're
they're
not
getting,
talking about that anymore.
Just as long as they're getting awashed in mirth.
Do you think they call it buggery in prison? Like, what do they call it? There's got to be a word for it.
I think they call it Tuesday.
You sure they just don't call it weekday?
I think buggery in prison just kind of happens willy-nilly. I don't think it's scheduled. I don't think there's any set times.
There's nothing willy-nilly about buggery. It's not a willy-nilly pursuit.
I'm not surprised you would say that. You know, clearly you've spent very little time in prison, and you wouldn't do well in prison. You're too pretty. That's your problem. You're a pretty man, and you just would not do well.
My problem is, and it's what I have to. It's kind of a preamble. Whenever I've been in a few fights, believe it or not.
Yeah. I saw your stretched sweater there. I could see.
Yeah, that's right. A preamble to all my fights is not the face.
Yeah,
it's all I have.
Please don't hit the face.
It's all I have. It's all I have. Please, God, not the face.
God, you start crying to God at that point, eh?
Well, I'm hoping that that's possibly clergy.
At that point, he might fire up, yeah.
And it usually is clergy.
Well, maybe if you're lucky, the San Diego Padres mascot will be walking by and he'll help you. The priest?
Yeah, the clergy. Yeah. He won't. I'd fight him.
Weird mascot that is.
So now we're preambling into the next section.
Cool.
We just started.
Great. I love this next section.
Come up with a fake punchline that I'll just fade in.
So I ended up with the coconuts, but he won the argument.
Oh, that's insane. That is insane. Okay. Going straight to the second section here.
You want to pick my lung up there?
Yeah, that's you've got a cold or something. We're in a tight room here.
Oh, man.
Not a lot of people know this, but Matt and I stand in a cubicle.
Where you sit.
I sit, but it doesn't make it any more comfortable because we're literally, this cubicle is 3 feet by 3 feet by 6 feet.
It's not a lot of elbow room.
So
I'll admit that.
I do sit, but if you can picture, when I'm sitting, my knees are poised between Matt's legs when he's standing. It's really tight in here.
When he says poised.
Yeah. I've got a problem. My daughter, who's 13, who always has been 13, she listens to what's that kind of music? It's called shit music now.
Yeah, that's what the kids are listening
to. Yeah. Anyway, when I was driving home, it was still on her station.
Yeah,
and they played. You've heard of Adele?
No, I haven't. Is that a person?
Yeah, it's a singer. She's a British singer.
Oh, nice, and she must be quite.
She's got a hit
talented song
right now called "Hello."
Hello, how you doing?
And here's my problem.
You say goodbye.
Here's my problem.
I say hello.
Today's female musicians.
Yes.
Here, I'm going to play because a lot of them. I'm going to play a couple examples right now.
Great,
this is a popular one named Cheryl Cole. Okay, here she is.
Not Crow, but
no,
Cole.
Cole. Cheryl Cole. Here, listen to her. So my point is going to be that all these songs sound the same.
Yeah.
Like you think they all sound the same. Now, for example, next, here's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
So it's hard to tell the difference there.
That was two different songs?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, right? It's a very subtle difference.
Interesting, yeah.
And then another popular one right now is apparently, I don't know how she is, because she started doing car commercials about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And she's named after a color.
Yeah.
Pink.
Pink. I like pink.
Yeah.
Hey, I just met you.
This is pink?
Yeah.
This is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Anyway, I'll play a few more later on. So what I'm saying is...
That was a different song from the other two songs.
Yeah, it sounds very generic,
Those
doesn't
were
it?
three completely
different songs.
Artists.
All completely different artists.
And I don't use the word artist loosely.
No, very tightly.
When I think of Pink, I think of artistry.
So Adele has a hit song named Hello, and it's not the Lionel Richie
Does
song.
it sound like that one?
Adele? It sounds something like this. Hold on.
Hey,
This is Adele.
Yeah.
and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
All right.
I like that one.
By the
That's
way,
a nice song. That one I liked.
It was a bit more, had a bit more feeling, right?
Adele's really got something going on there.
Well, she's got that soul in her
Well,
voice.
she's British, and the British, when you're thinking soul, you're thinking British.
Yeah. Yeah, not Motown?
No.
Okay.
No.
So Adele has a song called Hello, and not the Lionel Richie version.
Yeah.
Hello.
This is me.
Yeah, you know.
So she's got a song also with the same name, but not the same song.
Yeah, now tell me, if you're a guy, so she's singing to a guy.
Yeah. Are you sure?
She's from what
Is
I
she
gather,
a lesbian,
because I
John?
heard this on my drive home. I gather, yes.
She is a lesbian?
I don't know, but so short answer, yes.
It's like Pink. It's ambiguous. We don't know.
Pink is a pretty. Yeah, I'd say that's associated with lesbianism. I say that like
Could
it's a
be.
disease or something, or it's like a
Something you
religion.
can catch.
Lesbianism.
I feel I caught some lesbianism here. I'm getting a sore
You
throat
wish.
and-
You wish. Okay, so apparently this is a phone call or something, or a letter she's written to some ex-lover. Now you tell me how you would respond. Let's pretend I'm Adele,
Okay.
and
I can
you're
do that.
and you're the guy,
And she's the British girl singer,
she's-
right?
okay.
Okay, and I'm her ex.
and I'm not going to try and
Who broke
sing
up
it.
with who?
Well, I don't know, but this is apparently it happened years ago,
Okay,
according
so-
to the song.
Okay.
Okay, hello, it's me.
Hello. How you doing,
Well,
Adele?
no, just wait.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. How do you react to that, okay? If you have a woman call you up
Yeah.
who you haven't heard from a long time.
In years.
And it's like, when you first hear from her
Yeah.
again, is that what you want to hear?
Yeah. Hi, Matt. I just thought, it's Adele. I know it's been 7 years, but I just thought we'd get together, maybe have a coffee, go over everything. Go over everything? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
Honey,
been 7
who's
years.
on the phone? Just a sec. It's Adele. Remember her from 7 years ago? That whore?
Okay, now wait a second.
No, honey, she wasn't a whore.
Wait a second. So then she goes on to say, and this is where the big a red flag for me has already gone up as the
Okay,
guy hearing
yes,
this, right?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah,
Adele,
it's not-
I'm super busy right now. I've actually
CEO
I've actually
of
healed up
Virgin
pretty
Records.
well. And I thought, it was kind of water under the bridge.
Married, 3 kids.
Okay, here's what she says. This. They say that time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. There's another red flag for me.
Because of the wordsmithing.
Well, the yeah doesn't help.
No.
But also the fact that she hasn't really moved on, so I'm a little bit worried about obsession at this point.
Right. She's like outside your window right now.
At this point, I'm thinking about changing the phone number. In that
Good,
we're
at
only
the
4
very
lines
least.
in.
Yeah.
5 lines in. And then it says, hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be.
California Dreaming. You
Yeah,
see
I
that?
get
You
that.
catch that?
That was cute, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Little nod
When
to
we
mamas
were
and papas.
younger and free,
Yeah.
I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. I don't even know what the hell that means.
I
I
don't
think
know.
that might be metaphor because I can't.
It could be referring to the earthquake in '89 in San Francisco.
It could be.
I think that's what it is. I think because she's talking about California Dreaming. It's got to be the San Francisco quake of '89.
And then it says, hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, you never seem to be home. See, this is the second verse. And so, yeah.
1,000 times.
But wait a second. This is the second verse here, Matt.
Yeah.
But the guy's already lived through this first verse somehow.
Yeah.
And then she calls up again from
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's talking about, maybe she's,
Like dead.
well, could be.
Right.
But you don't seem to be home. She shouldn't be surprised after the first verse that he doesn't seem to be home. Why would she even?
Yeah. If somebody phoned me 1,000 times, I wouldn't be home either.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
No, I don't pick it up.
Yeah.
Phone
Honey,
ring,
is that
ring.
Adele again?
What's the caller ID? It says Adele. Don't pick it up.
That's 964 calls.
Don't pick it up.
If I know Adele, she's
Believe
going to
me,
hit 1,000.
She's got
going
she's
for
got
a grand. I know
another
her.
46 to go. That's just the way she goes. Hello from the outside. Now I'm getting scared
So
again.
she was on the other side. Now she's on the outside.
Literally,
literally
of
outside
the house.
window.
You've got to think.
She's called 1,000 times. She hasn't let go from the 7 years after you broke up. Now
At
she's on the
least
outside.
I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. She's called 1,000 times, right? We already know that. Okay? She's called and obviously not fixed, she's not fixed, but you are. To tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Oh, now she's getting bitter. You catch that?
It's been years.
I know.
I was wondering if after all these years,
And again, another grammatical error that I didn't like much either.
but it don't matter.
yeah, it don't matter.
So that means it does matter?
double negative. Damn.
No, that
So
means
she
it
turns
doesn't.
on
I
him.
don't
So
know.
you haven't. And she said he doesn't care. Is that what she said?
Yeah, she says it doesn't matter to you anymore.
Right, in other
Obviously,
words-
you're not picking up the phone.
I've called you 1,000 times.
She's horribly obsessed. She probably needs medical intervention. Hello, how are you? It's typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. Is this starting to sound like every girlfriend you've had, Matt? Just curious.
I really don't want to comment on every
And now
girlfriend
she's
I've ever
trying
had.
for this desperate thing. I hope that you're well. Now she's kind of trying to backtrack a little bit.
It's passive aggressive.
Yeah. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? I think you just established that you're the head of Virgin. That's not bad. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It wasn't. It was no small feat. Let me tell you.
And finally, so hello from the other side.
Yeah.
I must have called 1,000 times
Again. So is
Yeah.
that 2,000 times?
to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you're never seen to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I said I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. But it doesn't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Now hold on. I think I wasn't listening that close to the beginning of this bit. Did you say this was Shakespeare?
No, this is Adele. Hello.
And she wasn't a character from Macbeth or something?
She could have been. I don't know. I don't think she's that old, though.
Well, that is some fine writing. I mean, she's really laid her case out. She said she's tried, and she has tried.
Okay,
she's overtried.
let's say I'm at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Because I go every year.
Yeah, whether you get nominated or not, you're
Whether I
always
get
there.
nominated, I'm always there. I'm right. I'm usually second, third row.
Yeah, you and Springsteen.
Yeah,
I know.
He's always beside me.
He's a good man. I
Several
like him.
years, though, I've asked not because I want to sit beside somebody new, right? And I like him, but I
nice
just
enough
want to
guy.
sit beside somebody new for a change.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like Steve Van Zandt. Like Steve Van Zandt is always sitting on the other side, and I'm like, why can't I sit beside little Steven?
He is never going to play Sun City, that guy.
No, apparently not.
Yeah, he's really... Anyway, go ahead.
When I go to the Grammys, when I'm backstage,
Yeah.
mingling, we'll go
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
parties. If Adele walks up to me
Yeah.
and says, "Hey, we talk for a minute," I'm like, "Oh, you're Adele. Yeah, good. Congratulations
yeah.
on being Adele," and so on and so forth. And she says, "Hey, maybe you want to go out for a bite to eat sometime." I'd say, "Did you write that song, Hello?" And she'd say, "Yeah," and I'd go, "Fuck no."
Yeah. You'd use a strong language like that, too?
I would probably be kinder. I'm not that mean in real life, but I'd say, "Goodness me, no."
It doesn't look like... now that I know who she is and what she looks like, I don't think she really needs to go out for another bite to eat.
Yeah.
That's just an observation. It's probably something I shouldn't have even said. It doesn't really matter.
It seems like something you shouldn't have said, but you
but
did.
I guess I did. Oh, God.
So that's my Adele bit.
That's a great bit.
And that all stemmed because I can't play that song
So
because
she
then
has-
she'll pull a Rupert Holmes on
She
me.
has to stand up in front of an audience and put some shoulder into those
Well,
lyrics.
when she
has to
sings,
sell
and you should
those
hear it.
lyrics.
You should hear it when she sings
Yeah.
it because it's just.
Does
Here's
she
a
really
second.
emote? Does she emote?
Oh, it's just sad and sorry. Here,
Is she like a white Celine Dion?
Isn't Celine Dion? Oh no, she's French.
No, she's French,
French.
John,
Gotcha. No.
No, she's not. Are you
She's
sure?
white. She's probably whiter. I think Celine's
She's
a bit
British.
more swarthy.
And Adele's
So
a lot more pasty.
Adele's kind of probably more pasty.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's actually a food in Britain.
It is a
that
food.
pasties?
Yep.
But they're also things women put on their nipples when they're doing burlesque.
Yes, that's correct. You've got both correct. Both are correct use of the word.
So have you ever
pasty.
swallowed a pasty?
Yes and yes.
I was talking about sperm.
You got me there.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
yes.
So so pardon.
Keep going.
So here's the the Adele song.
Okay.
She sings it. Hello.
Oh, she really? Yeah.
I
Okay,
feel
I'm looking forward to this.
bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Is that her or is that you?
I haven't gotten over you. I'm having some problems. Not thinking. Okay, so there's Adele. But here's the example of the song. I have a little clip.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Do you know what I did?
Was that Adele?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it's
It was
a good-
that song
no,
I was
yeah.
just talking about. That was Hello.
It's funny when you have the lyrics separate of the song.
It always sounds different.
It sounds horrific.
And it
but
always
in
sounds different.
context, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Can I
it.
hear that one more time?
Yeah, well, no, okay, I'll play you one. This is what I mean. So,
Okay.
like, a lot of songs sound the same. So that was Adele.
Yeah.
I'll play you one. This is T Swizzle. Do you know who that is?
It's something you stir your drink with.
Yeah, it is. But it's also, well, she's probably skinny enough you could stir a drink with her.
Wow.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, Taylor Swift is the only celebrity,
Yeah.
and this is important,
Yeah.
probably the most important story of our time.
Okay, I'm in.
She's the only person that makes Oprah cry.
Taylor Swift made
Yeah,
Oprah cry.
I heard that yesterday.
Are you sure?
No, she didn't make her cry. She makes her cry. Everything about Taylor Swift's
Oh, I
being
see.
makes her cry.
Oh, because she came from nothing and she became something.
Kind of in the way she conducts herself, and you know she's so.
Oprah did the
she's-
same thing. Oprah was a common street whore, and I think
she's-
she climbed her way up to what she is now.
She
right?
did. She did a trash show for a while, and then she said, "I'm not doing trash shows."
Yeah.
And then she said, so basically, she went to kind of a higher quality of trash shows.
Right. So she set the gold standard for trash.
She kind of did. Like back in the 80s. She's been around a long time.
I know she has. She's
Oprah's
the
in her.
old-
She's in her late 80s now.
Is she really?
Yeah, she
She looks good.
So here's Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
So once again, to show you how much
Was that
they sound
Oprah
like,
or Taylor?
That was Taylor Swift on Oprah. Here's, but not on. Well, she probably could
Like
be
physically
stand
on
Oprah.
Oprah? Oh, I
So
see.
here's that was Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
to hammer my point home, here's Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy,
This I like.
but here's
Yeah,
my
it's a
J-Lo.
bit different.
so call me maybe.
That was J-Lo.
Do you know what I did? Do you know what I did with that intentionally? That clip.
What's that?
I made it so intentionally you don't hear the whole word maybe to kind of bug you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because
It's supposed to be, hey, this is crazy.
It's crazy. I just met you. Here's my number. Call me maybe.
me. You don't even get to hear the whole maybe.
Because the guy's running down the block.
It's kind of I did it to annoy people. So that was the difference
Seems
between
a little
Jennifer
shallow.
Lopez,
Hey, I just
and
met
Taylor
you,
Swift.
and this is crazy,
Okay, and here's Jennifer Lopez again.
but here's my
Taylor Swift
number,
and Taylor Swift.
so call me maybe.
Can you play J-Lo's again?
Yeah.
Hey, I just met you.
And play Swizzle Stick?
Okay. Right now, I'll just put this on. There you go.
Hey, I just met you.
Pink. Play the one that Pink did.
Okay.
Hey, I just met you.
Yeah. I like this one.
Okay. Now here, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun with this.
Okay.
Okay. Guess who this one is. Okay, ready? I'm going to play this one. See if you can remember. See if you can guess.
Hey, I just met you.
Taylor Pink.
Yeah. And we've got one more to close out this segment. One more of these generation of female stars. Okay. And don't think the guys are any better because friggin'
Rupert Holmes.
Rupert Holmes. Try and tell the difference between Rupert Holmes and Mumford and Son, right? Or Sons.
Wasn't that a show on TV?
He should.
About the
if
junk
he
man
did-
and his-
Yeah, no, that was Sanford and Son,
Oh.
wasn't it? Red Fox.
I
Is
don't
Red
know.
Fox and Mumford and Sons?
I thought he was. He's a tenor. Call me maybe.
So one more, Demi Lovato, and she's kind of the cream of the crop.
I like that name. Demi?
Demi. It's like
Lovato?
part Lovato.
Wow.
Demi. It's kind of like half, right? Isn't that
Okay,
Demi?
let's see what she's got to offer.
Okay.
Hey, I just met you. And this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
That's Lovato.
She's good. I think
That
of
was
all
good.
of those you've played, I think Demi Lovato is the best chance of
Well, I think she
getting
was.
shot
I don't
by
know if
Oscar
she was.
Pistorius.
I don't think she was. No way. She's too good looking. He's never going to get a woman that good looking again.
Well, that the modern, maybe I've sold these kids short.
The next woman he gets is going to look like Oscar the Grouch, like shaved. Like he's going to look like the next person he's going to get is going to look like a shaved puppet. No, it's going to look like a shaved Muppet. Picture Oscar, and you get electric clippers and you shave it off, so it's just like the canvasy puppet material underneath.
Yeah.
That's what the next person's going to look like. That's how he's going to be doing.
Remind me not to go to prison.
And let me tell you this. It's not going to be Oscar's hand in the puppet. It's going to be the other way
Yeah,
around.
I see. Yeah, I know. I got it.
Oscar is not going to be the puppeteer.
Yeah, I know. I'm. Yeah. No. Somebody else
Anyway.
would be his puppet master.
Enjoy your shaved puppet, Oscar. His name's Oscar too. What are the odds of Oscar Pistorious and Oscar the Grouch marrying?
That's my name.
Oh, wait. Here on this little island, Salt Spring, we have a thriving community of what would you call them, Matt?
Wildebeests?
No, I wasn't thinking that at all.
You're separate of that herd. What are you talking about? The people who live here?
Just the general, like how would you sum up the population in our little town?
Eclectic.
Okay, I was going to say idiots.
I've described this town as it's like Noah's Ark. There's two of everything.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I describe. And then people laugh. They go, oh.
Who's the other two of me?
I don't know.
Who's the other one of me?
Isn't there someone like you that cries a lot and
Yeah.
is sensitive and doesn't do anything?
Yeah, but
There's got to be someone else like that.
Yeah, my father does live on the island. So we have the Salt Spring Exchange, which is like the Craigslist of Salt Spring, and people come on and they post stuff that they like, they want to buy, they want to sell, they want to do. They've got something to do for you. They want something free. And Matt has combed the list again. He's gone through a detailed combing.
I've done this for years.
It's basically he's done like a lice check.
I've done a lice check on these. Every one of these has been deloused.
Yeah, well, so
It's the only way it gets on this damn show.
So Matt goes through with a fine-toothed lice comb, and there's only the fine tooth, and he picks out the nits, and we read them, and then we talk about. Well, that's aren't those the little lice? Aren't those?
No, yeah, they are. But
egg
we don't read
sacs.
the
He
nits.
picks out
We
the
read
egg sacs.
Yes, that's what I do. That's what I do.
You pick out the egg sacs from the Salt Spring Exchange.
And boy, did I pick out a couple this time around. I mean, there's some good ones. There's always good ones. You talk about a list that never disappoints. Ever.
I know.
Ever.
I know.
And today was no exception.
Perfect.
My
Let's
friend.
go.
Okay. You ready for this, John? New sport in town. Remember all those old sports? Gone. New sport in town,
like
buddy.
Kickball and wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball. And what's that other one they call monkey ball?
Monkey ball.
Pancake ball. They have that stupid name for it.
Pancake ball, yep.
There's one that's just got a stupid name. It really bugs me. Pickleball.
Oh, that's with the hard bat and a little ball that's not shaped at all like a pickle?
And everyone who plays it, they go, "Oh, we play pickleball." Hee hee. Isn't that a funny name?
I've seen, and what really pickles my ball is when I drive by the tennis courts and they're playing pickleball at the tennis court.
And they're all laughing hysterically.
Have you seen a pickleball mallet? The thing's the size of a friggin' pizza.
Yeah.
It's a piece of wood, and they hit this ball back and forth.
What a stupid bunch of idiots who play that. If you're listening, you play pickleball, go to hell.
I hate pickleballers.
Okay, anyway, let's move on. We got a new sport in town. Pickleball's gone. Inner tube water polo. Okay? Inner tube water polo. Okay, and here's the catch line to make you want to phone and join. It says, come get active, try a new sport, flail in a tube, and learn to topple over fellow tubers.
Oh my God! Okay,
learn to topple over fellow tubers.
Isn't a tuber a kind of food? Like, isn't it?
It's a hot dog, John.
No, that's a tube steak.
Oh,
but a tuber is like a mussel, like a clam. That's called a tuber, isn't it?
I don't know, John. Do I look like a marine biologist?
Yeah, no. So not actually a little bit.
A little bit.
You got a beard, kind of.
Yeah, I guess
a little bit.
Okay.
So this is my problem.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to happen at the public pool?
It doesn't say. I don't. It doesn't say if it's in a pool. This could be on the ground.
But it
says water polo, but I don't know.
You know what I'm curious about water polo? Did it initially start like on horseback,
and then they fell into ponds?
Well, they would just try running horses through the water and with a mallet, and then they said, we could just swim, chap.
Right.
We could just try swimming in our swimming trunks.
Is that how they would say it?
Well, what do they call them?
I don't know.
I don't want to do that because I don't want it was kind of fine until they mentioned the thing about clambering over people in their bathing suits.
Try a new sport, flail in a tube.
No.
And learn to topple over fellow tubers. It doesn't even say if it's on the other team or not. You'd be toppling your own guys.
It sounds like another one of those Salt Spring things. It sounds like somebody's looking for a grope fest.
Yeah, this sounds sexual.
It's like a cuddle puddle, kind of. Right?
Now that I know what a cuddle puddle is, this is exactly what it sounds like. Literally in a puddle.
Really? They actually go in a... Well, yeah, I guess water. A pool is a puddle. So I don't... You and I have been in a swimming pool together.
Yes, we have.
And I like to keep my distance from you
Absolutely.
because I've been, believe it or not, when I've been in a pool with my kids,
Yes.
that's fine. You throw them around,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You try not to hit the edge.
Yeah.
I've had gentlemen come up to me, hey, haven't seen you for a long time, and they hug me.
In the pool.
Like bare skin chest to
In
bare
the
skin
pool.
in the pool.
Name names.
No, I can't.
Name names. I
I'm
want to
not
know who
naming
would hug
names.
you in a pool.
I'm not naming names.
Is it that guy I think it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
thought so.
Does
I don't know.
that give you a hint?
So flailing in a tube and toppling fellow tubers.
I don't want to go skin to skin with a tuber.
If that appeals to you, then it sounds like the sport of inner tube water polo might be right up your alley.
I'm willing to guess there's going to be no women attending that event.
Speaking right up your alley, have we touched on Oscar Pistorious yet?
I think we have.
Okay, now here's something, John, that you might be able to use. It's a sound and sleep machine. It's a machine, John. You can buy a machine that produces sounds.
It's like a white noise machine.
Well, it doesn't produce white noise, and I think you'll like how it does. It says produces background sounds like ocean,
Yeah,
fireplace,
yeah,
rain,
yeah,
brook.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Where do we live, John?
We live in a house where
On a
it's
bucolic
raining.
island.
It's raining.
It's raining as we speak.
There's a brook going by.
We're surrounded by ocean, and
Yeah.
every house in this island has a fireplace.
Yeah.
But you can get a machine that sounds like that.
I've tried these before. I've had one of these machines.
Do go on.
Really?
Yeah, and what did it have? Like Hiroshima? What were you listening to? The Nagasaki when the bomb went? What were you hearing? I mean,
One of them's rain.
yeah,
One of them's rainforest.
yeah.
The other one's thunderstorm
Yeah.
without thunder.
Like off in the distance.
The other one's frying bacon, which sounds like rain. The other one's light applause, which sounds like rain.
frying bacon,
It does. When you listen to the sound of frying, it kind of sounds like applause.
and it makes you fall asleep.
Yeah.
See, I would get up and go look for the bacon,
Well, you don't.
and then I'd get angry when I couldn't find
It doesn't.
There's a
It
bacon.
doesn't emit smell, and usually it's the smell is the bacon trigger, right?
Yeah, I guess not the sound.
It's not the sound so much; it's the smell
Yeah.
of bacon.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then there's just white noise, which is like being tuned in between station. And you just put that on, and it helps you achieve REM sleep.
I think it would help me achieve mass killing. I think I would go on a spree at that point.
Yeah, I could see you doing
Can't
that.
sleep. It's like fingers on a chalkboard.
Ascend the clock tower,
Fingers
so
on
to
a
speak.
chalkboard. Maybe that's
Yeah, and then there's there's another one that's kind of gentle new age music. Got an example here.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Matt, wake up. So that's the.
Was that the rain?
Yeah, that was the gentle new age
raining?
music. That was the gentle new age music.
That was really. I like that song. That's a
Yeah, that was a different artist
this
altogether.
machine-
That was
this machine-
Rihanna. Yeah,
Rihanna.
yeah, that was Rihanna.
She's good. She's really good.
Oh, I'll say.
Really good.
Yeah,
I wonder if she.
no, not with you.
Anyway, so if you need that machine, it's on the list right now. You can go there right now to the list and get that machine
SaltSpringExchange.com.
and sleep.
Does it say how much it is?
Yeah, if it did, I didn't
Free
write it down.
OBO.
It said priceless or best offer.
Yeah, priceless or best offer.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not priceless.
Well, it said it was.
There's very little in this world that's
The
priceless.
Mona Lisa's priceless, John.
No.
If
No,
you
it
went to
could
the
be
Louvre
bought.
and it said, "I'll give you $1 billion," they go, "No, but we have the one, eh?
Yeah.
I'll give you $2 billion." No, I don't think $2 billion is going to cover this thing. It's,
I found that a child's smile isn't free. I have to pay my kids to smile now.
There is nothing free about children.
No.
John. Nothing.
Every ounce, every second of their existence is a ching ching.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning of the Pink Floyd song.
Yeah.
Ching ching.
Dum, dee, dee,
Ching
dee.
ching. One of my most hated songs in all of history.
7/4 time, you know.
I can't stand it. What a piece of shit song that is.
You know, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here.
crime. Great melody.
He did get it where with the word bullshit in that song.
Yeah, and how much money did they make?
A lot.
I really like David Gilmour.
They made so much money, John. That group made so much money that they are now comfortably numb.
I would wager, in my opinion,
Oh, God, which is the worst opinion, but go on.
Roger Waters
Yes.
is the best looking man in rock history. And he's still good looking.
Even more than Lyle Lovett?
Lyle Lovett looks like he was like he looks like he he was in like a weed whacker accident.
And he lost.
It wasn't even a fight.
Yeah, it was just an accident.
He said, "Hey, I wonder if this thing's still turning." And he looked at it, and then
And-
boom, he's Lyle Lovett. And he thought, "Geez, I better learn to sing good."
Yeah, and he did. He did sing good. I'll give him that.
He managed to bag Julia Roberts.
Yeah, but who hasn't?
Yeah, that's true. And that's kind of a horse face
Didn't
situation.
Oscar Pistorious shoot Julia Roberts once?
No. I think he tried. He
it's
tried
something
when he
else.
was running in the Olympics.
I think it was something
By the
else.
way, when he ran that event, I just want to let you know he came last. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay. And finally, John, on the list. All right. Hi there. It opens up with a nice friendly hi there.
I love the friendly stuff.
I do too. It makes me warm. It just kind of brings
Makes
me
me
into
want
the ad.
whatever the price is, whatever it is, I'll buy it.
Well, it's a service they're looking for. They're
I'll
looking for a
take
service.
it.
Well,
I'll give it. I'll give it.
Okay. It says,
You know what? Before you read it,
Yeah.
I'm going on record right now saying I will phone
will fulfill
and
this.
provide that service, whatever it is.
Okay.
Sight unseen.
Really?
Yep. Sight unseen.
Men needed to bugger cows.
Jesus.
Just kidding. That wasn't the ad. Got you off the hook there. A little scary, though, wasn't it, John?
I'm just wondering.
Why
What
would
if
need a
that
man
was?
to-
What if that was a real?
Yeah. Well, there better be a pretty good explanation. It better
Because that doesn't fall into the artificial insemination.
no, I wouldn't say there's
Is
anything
it?
artificial
From
about
the cow's
that at all.
perspective. It kind of is. There's nothing real
I don't
about
want to
it.
ever understand anything
It's
from
kind
a
of
cow's
like for a
perspective.
cow's perspective, that would be surreal insemination. That they'd be like, "What's going on?"
Hi there. We're looking
It's
for
enough that they're yanking on my teats half the time.
Boy, if you had a buck every time someone was yanking on your teats.
I mean, picture the friggin' cow's perspective.
No.
It's sitting in a stall, and then all of a sudden, old farmer comes along. Come here, buttermilk. Starts
Yeah,
just
but
yanking.
buttermilk has got all that buttermilk in it, and it needs it out. So really, the farmer's doing the cow a favor. So that's
Yeah,
what
well.
you know about farming. Okay,
I
listen to
wouldn't
this,
mind
John.
a favor like that from time to time.
Having your teat milked?
I was talking in metaphor. All right, so
okay.
can we just go on? I now regret saying that.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Okay, hi there. We're looking for a kind-hearted, dependable, trustworthy soul. John, this is for you.
It is. That just described me exactly.
We're looking for a kind-hearted, dependable, trustworthy soul to deliver our household items, equivalent to one-bedroom apartment minus any appliances, which are currently stored in a pod storage unit located in Ottawa, to Salt Spring. Our timelines are flexible.
It friggin' better
We will
be.
negotiate a payment for your services and pay for the truck rental, 20-foot or smaller should do, and gas. If you think this might be of interest to you, please send me an email with your phone number indicating so we can talk about it. Excellent references, a must. So I phoned these people. John,
you did. You went ahead and called. Well, you
because
got
I'm all those
time.
things. I'm kind-hearted, and I'm dependable, I'm trustworthy. I'm a trustworthy
You
soul.
can drive.
And I
You can drive. Yep.
And I
You got your license back recently.
Look, I'm in Ottawa. I'm there right now. Where's your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's at the pod locker. And yeah, what's the address? They said, well, let's strike a deal.
Can I
said,
first of
"Whatever
all
you
say
want."
that you're being a little bit abrupt with them?
And I said, just tell me where the stuff is. Well, okay, we can wire you some money to rent. I already got a truck. I'll use my truck. My truck's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, this is great. You sound very trustworthy, you soul, you. And then I go, okay, well, look, if you just wire me the money, I'm
Okay,
going to
yeah.
need, I don't know, $200, $500. Send me $800.
1,000.
Say, let's round it to $1,000. Send me $1,200
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get the 1,500, I'll get your shit to Vancouver.
Right.
No, it's Salt Spring. Right? Yeah, sure. Salt Spring, right.
Yep.
Salt Spring, Vancouver. So they give me the money. They wire me the money
They did,
because they
wow.
trust me. I'm a trusting
But you're
soul.
literally
They
on
trust
the
me.
island when this
I had
happened?
great references. I said I worked for Oscar Pistorious.
Yeah.
So they knew that I'm dependable.
Yeah.
I go to the locker. I load all their junk into my thing.
Yeah.
I go down to the Rideau River.
Yeah.
I dump the whole load into the Rideau.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And,
Well,
and it's frozen. So, I mean, this stuff's
it's
skidding
just
all over the
sliding all the
place. Right?
skaters going by.
Skaters dashing out of the way.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I got $1,500 in my jeans, John.
Sweet.
$1,500
Sweet moves.
in my jeans,
Sweet
right?
moves.
So I go down as Vegas. I fly to Vegas.
Yeah.
I hook up with Taylor Swift.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
She gave me your number once. Did I tell you this?
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy.
Here's a record of that conversation.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
You recorded it.
Here's my number. So call me maybe.
So there's no
I
maybe
called
about
her.
it. You called her.
I
Yeah.
said, Taylor, I'm in Vegas. I got $1,500. She goes, where'd you get that kind of coin? I said, well, it's a story I'm not proud of, but I ripped this couple off.
Yeah.
I screwed him good.
Yeah.
Do you need any furniture? There's a bunch laying in the Rideau Canal in Ottawa.
It's a long way away from Vegas. She's not
I know,
going.
she's going,
And
well,
she doesn't
what
need
kind
it.
of furniture is it? And I said, well, there's a chair and a desk and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Beds.
There's a cat. I think there was a cat.
Cats, I don't know if domestic pets count as furniture or not.
Well, they were frozen. It was frozen. You could have used it as a footstool.
There's a gray area in the Canadian Constitution about that.
Anyway, I apologize to that couple here on Salt Spring. I didn't feel good about doing that,
I don't
but
think
I was having one of those episodes.
I don't think feel has anything to do with it. I just think you didn't feel anything about it.
I do feel numb,
Comfortably so.
comfortably so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said to them, I go, I know we just met, and this sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But here's my number. Call me maybe.
But you were on
And
the
they
phone.
called- yeah,
but
yeah.
They did. Oh, so they called back.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So-
They must have called 1,000 times.
Was
I
that
mean-
it was Adele's furniture?
It came from a place, Adele's Furniture Warehouse. Is that what you're?
Was Adele's
Yeah.
Furniture and Warehouse?
Yeah.
I think it's Adele's Furniture and
Yeah.
Warehouse.
Well, that's in Ottawa. They got a couple. There's a chain. It's a chain.
But the basic gist of the story is you were never in Ottawa. You just took a wiring of their money and you went down to Vegas and
No, I went- I
you
dumped
got
the stuff.
a hooker that looked like Taylor Swift. Like that's the long and the short of it.
She was a hooker.
Did you pay her?
Yes, $1,500.
Well, then I think that's an emphatic yes. Like don't you know how that works?
Well, she said she was short on something for cocaine. She said she didn't have enough money for cocaine, and she.
Well, okay. It sounds like you bamboozled somebody and then they bondoogled you because
Oh my god!
because it sounds
That's
like you were
karma.
taken. It sounds like you were taken by a Vegas hooker again.
Okay. So the only way to right this karma,
Just to let you know, Taylor Swift has a lot of money and she doesn't need money for coke.
Oh, right. I
Her
never-
manager just gives it to her.
Okay. So the only way we can right this wrong,
Yeah,
because I stole from that couple on
it was
Salt
instant
Spring,
karma.
and then I went to the hooker in Vegas who stole from me.
Yeah.
So the only way we can right this wrong is if this couple on Salt Spring bangs that hooker. Somebody's got to get it, right? Is that
I think that sounds.
Am I right?
Yeah, that sounds like an old. I'm pretty sure I saw that's an old episode of 8 is Enough or Little House on the Prairie. I'm positive that happened. Or was it Happy Days? It was Happy Days. That happened in Happy Days.
I mean, that's a plot line.
Richie, except it was Richie and Joni.
And he screwed Fonzie.
Well, he was supposed to, but he ended up having to sleep with Joni.
Fonzie or Richie?
Richie.
Okay. Where
It
was
was a
Mr.
mess.
Cunningham when this happened?
He was reading the paper.
He always read that paper.
He was in his.
Love that paper.
What was the name of his car he always drove?
Old Yeller.
No, he drove like a DeSoto. What'd you call it? It was some stupid old 50s name for a car.
I don't know.
They don't make them like they used to. No, they certainly don't.
No.
They make them new now. They don't make them old like they used to.
No, they used to make them old right from the factory.
50 years ago they made them old.
I miss those days.
Me too.
Music was so much better back then. Do you have a clip from a song from the 50s?
Yeah, I do.
Anything?
Yep, this is
Buddy Holly?
Buddy Holly, yep.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Now, to give you an example, I complain a lot about how the songs sound the same
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and we've played a lot of examples of that.
Yeah.
That was Buddy Holly
In the 50s.
in the 50s,
Yeah.
and this one is Bobby Vinton. Okay?
Yeah.
Bobby Vinton. And they're different. Like, music was different then.
Hey, I just
This
met
is Bobby
you,
Vinton.
Yeah.
and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Was that Adele?
Hey, we just met you, but the show's over now. So call us maybe at ipsstv.com, facebook.com/ipsstv, mail at ipsstv.com, and our webpage, ipsstv.com. We're also on iTunes. You've been listening to I Probably Shouldn't Say This, But with John Bateman and Matt Steffich. I Probably Shouldn't Say This, But is a blessed culmination production.